been a well-organized lie. A well-organized lie. It beats a disorganized truth every time. Who we?
A pseudo gon' die, they saw a pseudo killer, I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. Pseudo gon' die, they saw a pseudo killer, I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling. Who do you believe in? People bringing misinformation when that information ain't disinformation, that's disinformation. Gotta know the difference in information, get information. With the pseudo killer army hunting pseudo, cause you gotta train your mind to fight against them pseudo judo. People with the scholarship salute, we give them kudos. But the people with that look of shit, we look and see straight through those like telescope. If you ain't speaking fast, we gotta tell them folks and let them know the truth of. You bringing malinformation to blast, then you the Ku Klux. Like say, don't talk me to death, bro, what the proof of? Good juju chillin', why you wanna go way bad juju up? Chalon boy got the tank in the cut. I'm in Sosa world plotting on the kick though with Kent. Come in Tiffany gave me the pseudo names on the list and said went and got the low. Anthony got him in the scope, Gullah and Gozy make sure DNA ain't a problem for them folks. Cause a pseudo gon' die, they saw a pseudo killer, I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. Pseudo gon' die, they saw a pseudo killer, I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey.
We're not attacking individuals. We're attacking the information and attacking the methodology. This is a long time coming right here. Let them know that we right there, running neck and neck with all other communities. We will not be left behind.
Yeah, we find the channel up, man. We find it back up again. You know how we do it around here. We getting it right, man. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie. Oh, GG is crazy. You messed me up with that one. I can't tell no. You messed me. Hell to the no. Hey. But Black African Power family, man, we kicking it, man. Where y'all at in the server? Wake the hell up, man. We got a good show. Y'all know what it is, man. And we're going to be talking a little bit. Is there solid matter on the atomic and quantum level, man? We'll dive in this just for a little bit, man. How y'all feeling out there? What's good with you, Juju? What it do? What it do?
Oh, I'm good. I'm chilling. Had some good. I worked out today, so you know my endorphins are on 10. It's a good place to be.
Okay. We're gonna be getting it in a little bit there, man. Make sure we tight with what we talking about. Real easy. I know there was a conversation going on. And what was that conversation at, Juju?
You know, we wanted to. I'm in the gym now. You better get it. We wanted to examine a debate that was, you know, held on another platform that I had the pleasure of witnessing. It was speaking in the realms of quantum mechanics and quantum physics. Something that you don't hear a lot about because one, those concepts are very difficult to understand because they're counterintuitive. You know, like most things, but these things are like super counterintuitive, right? So Mel took the affirmative. Another gentleman I never heard of, sorry, don't know his name, which definitely was not prepared for that debate. No way, no how. Definitely took the negative of that. And even though the affirmative won the debate, I needed to understand and investigate how or why, because of my understanding at the atomic level, solidity cannot and does not exist. How we experience solidity, how they
Mm-hmm.
say it, is totally different than how it is on an atomic level. So I took a little poll in the Discord because we do have some people that dabble into quantum physics, quantum mechanics. Am I one of those people? No. Am I willing and open to learn something new? Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. Um, have I been introduced to it? Yeah. Like one of my favorite people is Sylvester James
Mm-hmm.
Gates. So, you know, we did that. And we had some mixed reviews, you know. We had
Mm-hmm.
some yeses, but the guy that I really wanted to hear from, and that's Barrick, you know, because he's really into that. And we had some no's. That was me, God Killer, and Barrick, right? So we had a little back and forth though. Why you chose yes and why you chose no. Yeah. I think Cedric had, a really good explanation for yes. Marcus, he mentioned the Pauli exclusion theory experiment. I know I'm gonna mess it up. Um, which I haven't gotten a total grasp on. However, in some of the things that I looked at, and of course, I had a very good discussion because I didn't
Mm-hmm.
just ask questions. Me and ChatGPT, you know what I'm saying? We had a discussion because
Mm-hmm.
ChatGPT would say some stuff. I'm like, but wait, da 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 da. And ChatGPT, oh, you're getting there. Like it was really bomb. So I wish I could show y'all the thread, but I got some other stuff on the thread because I was like, I ain't finna waste my deep search or nothing like that. But yeah, so we wanted to talk about that. My understanding is it does not. The reason why is because of the experience, like I mentioned earlier, and that's important. I think I'm not critical. Mel's the winner, but he says something like, we can't walk through walls, proving that's why solid matter exists in our reality. But in an atomic level, which we are not at the atomic level, however, we are made up of atomic particles. And I think Chilimwe, huh?
What'd you say about Chilembe?
I think Chilimwe said something to the point that there are some quantum aspects to our human existence, but we are not at the level. Okay. We also can't swim underwater. I mean, excuse me, breathe underwater for as long as a well can. We can't do that either. So I don't. I'm just giving it to you how I understand it. But maybe in the future we'll bring a quantum physicist or theoretical physicist who definitely know what they're talking about, and we can pick their brain and really get a solid understanding of what that means.
Mm-hmm. So I know the Nobel laureate physicist Richard
Okay,
Fleming.
chill. I'm
Can
sorry,
you,
chill.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So the physicist, the Nobel laureate physicist Richard Fleming,
Okay.
he makes this statement. He says all matter is mostly empty. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, facts.
Yep. Mm-hmm. All right. And what we call solid is in effect and invisible forces. Yeah.
Mm.
So the pseudo take advantage of stuff like that and say we can walk through walls and all that. You know what I mean? Like you can't do it. But that's what they saying because it's, what you think is actually solid, right? There's always holes in it.
Right.
Yeah. Hmm. But it's
At the
interesting.
atomic
But the pseudo
level.
take advantage of that. Yeah. I mean, pseudos will take advantage and all that. Man. And they do it on purpose, bro. So I don't know why they do it, man. I see we got the chat coming in here, man.
Yeah.
14,000 people, man. We're gonna make sure we at least go live on this channel once a week at least. Mhm. Yep.
The chat funny.
I'm trying to tell you. He said, "Why keep using Marcus instead of
Nah,
George?"
not him. That's what I said. Chill. You ain't have to read that one. Nah, they say we need to bring Dave Chappelle on the show.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
And do what?
Wait.
And
Tell some jokes.
tell some jokes.
Dave
Mm-mm. Oh man, that's crazy. That's a funny
Chappelle is a little controversial.
Yeah, it's interesting right there.
We don't want to alienate nobody.
Let me see. So let's get the use one source here. The atomic packing factor. All right. And in this particular article, the concept of atomic packing, that's APF, which describes the fractions of volume in a crystal structure that is occupied by atoms, highlighting the efficiency of different packing arrangements. All right. It's one source. Hold on. Okay, quantum mechanics and the illusion of solidarity. All right, and I'm gonna drop this for you right here.
Solidarity.
We will go to the website we use all the time, the Big Think. All right, I'll send this to you real quick, Juju. Let's peruse over it. Peruse over it. I think we will peruse over it. Here you go, Juju.
Thank you. Email, right?
Yeah, email. I just sent it. I'm gonna drop it in the chat for y'all. I like Big Thing.
Me too.
Pseudo Killer Official, what's good? Slim Bay, what it do? What it do?
What's up, everyone? How everybody doing?
How you doing, man? Just getting in for about a good smooth hour, man. You know how we doing it. Enjoying the day. We're gonna go live at least once. Once we get the channel back popping again. It ain't gonna take long.
Well, football season over with, so I'm more available than normal. Regarding this season of farming. Well, we the champs, so I can take a season in the back for right now. You know what I mean? I'm gonna wear it out until football season start all over again. Coming in as the reigning champs. You know how that go.
Man.
You too,
man. Man.
That avatar is wild.
What?
Chill's avatar.
Is that the governor? Who is that? That's the New York City governor?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Chill. Who's on your avatar? I don't know.
You got the source? Let me see.
I do. I'm ready.
All right, where we at? Y'all know I actually meant to start the show off with
Go ahead.
Backwards. Nah. I wanted to kind of talk about the legacy of Matthew Henson. Y'all know we all learned about him in school, right?
Talk about him. That's the
Robert Edward.
Yeah, the one that
so you got the commander the commander was Robert Edward Perry. All right, that's the one that was the admiral. He was definitely the admiral, but his helper, right?
Yeah,
was Matthew Henson. Okay, and what I really wanted to focus on, let me take a look at him real quick before we get into the source, right? What I wanted to focus on was actually, let me see. Y'all know y'all should have learned about him.
Yeah, that's Taraj. It related to Taraj P. Henson.
Yeah, we got her.
I was going to show a picture of him. So
you talking about right here, right?
Yeah, you got a picture of him? Did you show a picture of him?
Yeah, I just showed a picture. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Right here. You talking about right here? See? You got a better picture. I got a couple. Well, go ahead.
Show the one where he has the hoodie on him because that's the one that people know. Or can I show it? I got it huge. Got
a couple.
Present. But yeah. Pioneer. Show my screen.
All right. Let me remove that.
Yeah. That's the one you see a lot.
Hmm.
That's
And then
insane.
I want y'all to take a look. All right. Take a look at his the people that come after him. What they call him? Project? No, that's the pre-gen. Oh, like the sister right there. Y'all know her, right?
Yeah. Taraji P. Henson.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Here go right here. Charles P. Henson, line of descent. His descendants. Okay, here you go. Charles P. Henson. There you go. I want y'all to take a look at her though. Look at her real good. Look. Start to look a little different, don't she, Juju?
She looked just like him.
Yeah, but what else she look like?
Mm.
Hmm.
Oh, you saying she look like she got a little Eskimo in her, Inuit?
So let's come here. Let's come here.
Does have Inuit descendants. Facts.
All right. So you got Robert Perry. Yeah, so we just talked about Robert Perry too, right? All right. Okay. Robert Perry. Okay. Robert Perry. So Matthews, he was an aide, all right, to the famed Rear Admiral Robert Perry, Robert E. Perry. I'm going to show you a photo, right, provided by Robert E. Perry II, also known as how would you say this? Half Shoe, shows him in which is Greenland, okay, Quad Greenland, all right, and say he is an Inuit great grandson of U.S. polar explorer. All right, here's the picture right here.
Inuit.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Take a good look.
Oh yeah,
That's coming from Rear Admiral, right?
Yeah, just alike.
Rear Admiral. Now let's look at the other family. One sec. Can I make this bigger? All right, now this is the photo shows the descendant of Matthew Henson, the Black American aide to the famed polar explorer Rear Admiral. All right, I can't even make this bigger. Let me see if I can make this bigger for y'all. Let me see. Damn. Yeah. All right, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You see it, Juju?
Yeah, that's better.
Huh? Y'all see? Huh? That's coming out of the lineage of the African American now.
Right.
Okay. So obviously the two gentlemen, the European and the African American, they had Inuit women. Okay. And then this is what they later on descendants look like. All right. I just showed you what the Admiral people look like right there. The European. All right. This is his descendants. Okay. And here's the Black Explorer descendants. Look real goddamn close because y'all don't never look close enough. Y'all don't never look close enough. Here you go. Take a look at it. Look at nature at work there.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting there, huh? Do you see some of her now? Now watch this. Now watch this. I changed it a little bit, huh? See? Now, there you have it. Very interesting right there. See? Now watch your eyes start to say, interesting. All I gotta do is show you this to get your mind working, get your mind flexible a little bit. Right? Get you right here. All right. Shape of the face, go all the way over to the right. Lady on the corner right with the glasses on. Look at the shape of her face, right? And then come right back here. Look at the shape of her face. See that? Next, I want y'all to focus on the eyes. Focus on the daggone eyes, right? Then we go back to here. and we focus on our eyes. Eyes and face. See the lady in the back left. Hair a little thick there, Juju.
Yeah, it is. A little.
Is that extra color in there? She got the extra color in there. A little swagged up.
She got that
swagged up. As it was easy with swagged up. She's swaggy. They swaggy. Look at them.
Yeah, they got that. It's cute though.
Yeah, I'm just trying to say, like, what we doing here? So everybody think they know what the hell they looking at. You would never know that their great grandfather was African American. You wouldn't have known it, would you? Huh? See what I'm saying? So just go figure that. I want y'all to look at that, and we're gonna get in detail on it later on in the 3 the Hard Way show, right? Because you could never say that their great grandfather was not from Africa. You could never say it. And it still would be his descendants, right or wrong, still in the family line. Now, I want y'all to think about that for a minute. Because just because a person look one way, 2 generations later, they look in another way. Depending on how things happen. There you go. So we get all that straight and figure it out and then stop playing. Yeah, nature don't work the way we want it to work.
Right. They're also in a very cold environment. So
man, look,
those environmental pressures gonna do what they've been doing to those people there.
Yeah, forever. Forever. Mm-hmm. What's Chilimbe? He gone again. What's Chilimbe?
Chilimbe right there.
Oh, what's up, Chilimbe? You got something to add?
I'm here.
What's up?
No, I'm here, y'all.
Okay. I just want to kind of throw that curveball into the audience.
You know, Ronda Rousey got a similar situation.
Oh, yeah?
Really? Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
You know, Ronda Rousey, she got a similar situation. I think it's like her great grandfather escaped from slavery in the United States and went to Canada or something like that.
Interesting.
You look at her today, no one would actually say that she's black in the colloquial sense.
Ronda Rousey?
Nevertheless.
Basketball player?
Look at this. Put it in there and look at her grandfather.
I got her.
Or like
oh yeah.
Nah,
oh, yeah.
She's an MMA
oh, that's right.
Professional wrestler and actress. I got her real quick. Let me see if I can, because I'm quicker than you with blowing up. Blowing up stuff.
Hell is going on around here. What's up, Gullah?
What's good with it, man?
You look at her.
Oh, she do judo. Ooh.
What up, Gullah?
What's good with it, man? What we talking about? We talking about
right now,
the indigenous African brotherhood around the world.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That was on the interview.
On the what?
Oh no, man. I guess I don't know what we talking about with Dr. Small we talking about earlier.
No, not at all.
Oh.
Yeah. No offense. Shout out to Baba Small.
Yeah, shout out to Baba Small. Yeah, but Native Americans were more closely related to Europeans than Africans.
We was talking about the Pole Explorer, and I showed his descendants.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to show his descendants. I think it's important. Yep, they call him the Negro who reached the poles. Matthew Henson. All right, yeah, they got him.
The first black guy to go to the North Pole. To him.
Yep. He was with Robert Perry. He was with the famed explorer Robert Perry.
Dude with the thick mustache.
Yeah, and then I showed both of those descendants. So I know you would find it very, very interesting. And I think it's important to really start really getting it. So this is Robert Perry again. Robert Perry. See, Robert Perry.
Yeah.
That's Robert Perry, and then this is Henson. I would like to actually get to. I think that the best picture be. Goodness, man. The best picture be the daggone. This one, Juju, like this one right here.
I remember Ronda Rousey from back in the day. Yeah,
She could
she
play.
was in. Yeah, she was in a dope fight. It was like some years ago. I had to think
There you
about it.
go.
I know that dang. She a dope fighter.
All this Matthew Henson right here.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was serious what they was doing.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Like climbing Mount Everest. You might not make it back.
And that take heart to do that. That
Yeah.
takes some heart to do that. Here you go. Here are all his pictures. Dang. You know, daggone well he ain't supposed to be in that cold like that. He tripping.
That's why I got them shades on with that UVA bounce off them glaciers, the sun. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, he was out there tripping. And then I showed a picture of his descendants. Right? Here's one of them right here.
Marcus, give me can you find me a picture? Like go to images and just find me a picture of him. Hold on. Marcus do have a picture of Ronda Rousey's grandfather whenever you want to look at him.
Great grandfather. Chill. What's up, Juju? What's going on, Juju?
Oh, I'm sorry.
What happened?
First was the batteries, now is golly. Give me a break here.
What
He got Native American descendants as well.
I was going to show Ronda Rousey's great grandfather from Chill.
Oh.
I don't want to play the video. I don't know if it have music in it.
No, hell no. You ought to see.
I said.
Well, I'm just jumpy. I get scared.
I don't know why you jumpy. I just said I'm not gonna play the video.
I didn't know. All I seen was the red thing. I was like, she's about to hit it. Look, what's up, Cedric? Come on, Juju. Where the thing at? Let me see it.
What thing?
Oh, you gonna see was any music in the video? What you doing?
No, I just showed you. Y'all got to see the picture. If Chill finds another picture, he'll throw it up.
I know I had another picture right here. Oh, I had to get it right here. I wanted to show. Yeah, so this is Henson descendants right here. Here you go. Right here. Man. Right here for sure. Yeah. Yeah. That's his descendants. So nature don't work the way we wanted to work anyway. But you could never say that this wasn't their great grandfather right here. You could never say it. Yeah, you be wrong. You be wrong as 10 left feet. You be looking crazy. Right? Nobody would understand your conversation.
Now I got a question for you.
All right, what's up?
Would that be genealogy? Would that be genealogy or genetic? Because what if they have a recombination?
Well, we ain't checked the DNA. They just going with the ancestry, so I'm not sure. Genealogy.
Share my screen, please.
Mm-hmm. And you're right, Marcus. It'd be very interesting. That'll be a good one. I like to see what their DNA look like. That'll really rock them out the world. Right here, Juju? Oh, no, my fault. My fault. I didn't know who she was.
That's Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. It's another one right there. You could never say that's her grandfather or father.
Great grandfather.
Yeah. See, you could just never say it. You could never say
one of the first black.
One of the first black what?
Physicians in North America. Mm-hmm. One of the first black physicians in North America.
What is
Dr.
his name?
Wendell. I think it's Dr. Wendell or something like that.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. Yeah, so
That
you
is,
looking at the great grandfathers and everybody looking
They
different.
kind of look alike too. It's
they
crazy.
do.
Hey,
They
so
do.
that's interesting, right, Gullen? You looking at these people saying, man, boy, they could have never had an African granddad, a great granddad, right? You're saying no, sir.
Yeah,
No, sir. No, sir. You would say no, sir.
yeah. Hey, Obama. Barack Obama. He's not African American because his daddy from Kenya. His daddy is blue-eyed. Them people never suffered slavery. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people in Kenya. He African American through his mother's lineage. You know what I'm saying? Because he a descendant of John Punch on his mother's side. And probably other, African Americans too, you know what I'm saying, that mix into her lineage, you know what I'm saying, to them people. Cause they, you know what I'm saying, they European American, they mix with the people, the people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. As far as from Kenya, absolutely positively. But the way genes work, the way they express themselves, the way you try to say if a person look this way, they like, man, listen. I just find it to be very interesting, man, right there. All right, what's the source I sent you, Judy? Let's move it forward now. Let's get back into the um do I want to say solidarity? What do I want to say?
Solidity.
You say the what?
Solidity.
Is there solid matter on atomic and quantum level? Where the rubber meets the road. This is where we at, right here, where the rubber meets the road. You got the article? I know I
Yes.
sent it to you. Where the hell is it? Damn it. Goodness. That was a good one, too.
But hey, if you get a chance later, look up on Wikipedia, look up John Punch.
What was that?
Share my screen.
John Punch was the African American. He was the first African American to be like chattel, like basically chattel slave, like when they had indentured slavery. He the first African American to be pass his indenture to, you know what I'm saying, like a slave for life.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And
All right.
he the ancestor of Barack Obama.
Mm. All right, go ahead, Drew.
The quantum reason behind the solidity of matter. If atoms are mostly empty space, then why can't two objects made of atoms simply pass through each other? Quantum physics explains why. The most. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
One of the most puzzling facts that most of us learn is that atoms, despite being made of very small quanta like protons, neutrons, and electrons, are actually quite enormous. Around 10 to the negative 10 meters across. I don't know how to say that, but that's a measurement, a very small one. Meanwhile, protons, do you know how to say that? Chill.
You talking about 10 right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can figure it out. I believe. Well, let me look at it. Let me see. All right, we can get this right. Let's get it right.
Yeah, because I don't want to be incorrect.
Mm-hmm. 10 to the minus 15 meters or 1 fetal meters, symbol F1, scientific name.
Never mind. Y'all chat GPT it, but it's 10
I said
minus
it. Did you hear me say it? You couldn't hear
what?
me? You
What?
didn't hear me? I
I heard
said,
you.
oh,
I heard you, but that's too much.
what,
10
10 to the
what?
minus
What
15 meters?
what is that
10 to
upside
the
down?
minus 15 meters.
What does that upside down V mean? That's all I needed to know.
Oh, I thought you wanted me
What
to
is
read
the
it.
scale? What is the measurement? I know it says meters, but there's something that's going on there.
Oh, all right, hold on.
That's why you should have sent me the article beforehand. I would have had it all done.
Well, we wasn't doing that type of thing. I swear we wasn't. We weren't doing that. No, we wasn't.
Right. Get Sylvester James
The
Gates
caret
on.
symbol is often used to explain the text to represent the X. What's this? Phenotation, especially when superscripts aren't available. So 10. What I say? The little caret, 15 meters, is read as 10th to the power minus 15 meters. There you go.
10 to the power minus 10 meters across. Meanwhile, protons and
Yep.
neutrons are only 10 to the power minus 15 meters apiece. And electrons are even smaller, point-like particles as far as we can tell. Atoms seemingly are mostly empty space. If this is the case, then you'd expect that matter being made from atoms would be mostly empty as well. And two objects composed of atoms would be able to pass through each other. But matter is instead solid, and quantum physics explains why. Here on Earth, here on planet Earth, as well as in most locations in the universe, everything we observe and interact with is made up of atoms. Atoms come in roughly 90 different natural occurring species, where all atoms of the same species share similar physical and chemical properties, but differ tremendously from one species to another. Once thought to be invisible units of matter, we now know that atoms themselves have an internal structure with a tiny, positively charged, massive nucleus consisting of protons and neutrons surrounded by negatively charged, much less massive electrons. We've measured the physical size of these subatomic constituents exquisitely well, and one fact stands out: the size of atoms at around 10 to the negative 10 power meters apiece are much, much larger than the constituent parts that compose them. Photons and neutrons, which compose the atom's nucleus, are roughly a factor of 100,000 smaller in length, with the typical size of around 10 to the negative 15 power meters. Electrons are even smaller and are measured to be point-like particles in the sense that they exhibit no measurable size at all, with experiments constraining them to be no larger than 10 to the negative 19 power meters across. Somehow, protons, neutrons, and electrons combine together to create atoms, which occupy much greater volumes of space than their components added together. It's a mysterious fact that atoms, which must be mostly empty space in this regard, are still impenetrable to one another, leading to enormous collections of atoms that make up the solid objects we're familiar with in our macroscopic world. So, how does this happen? That atoms, which are mostly empty space, create solid objects that cannot be penetrated by other solid objects, which are made of atoms that are mostly empty space. It's a remarkable fact of existence, but one that requires quantum physics to explain.
We can stop right there. Okay. I'm trying to find a spot right here I marked off at right down to the bottom of the. Hold on. If we scroll down, all right, go down to the chart where you see the atom chart, the neutron star, all the way down to the bottom, and go to the Pauli exclusion principle.
Is the second paragraph or first?
Huh? No, underneath the picture, the first paragraph, right underneath the picture, the last picture on the article.
I
there
see
should be
neutron star, and it says
strange
it's properties of atoms.
No, it says strange neutron star and strange quark star is blue. One is yellow, one is blue.
Okay, then that's not right.
All right, hold on. No, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, there you go. Right underneath there. Go ahead.
You want to the Pauli
Yeah.
exclusion.
Mm-hmm.
The Pauli exclusion principle doesn't only explain why matter is solid, but also why it occupies the amount of space that it does. Again, it isn't just the uncertainty principle and electrostatic repulsion that's responsible for volume. If matter were made of bosons, it wouldn't occupy space in the same fashion that it does when it's made of fermions. As wrote earlier this year, the hydrogen atom is small because its electrons is in the lowest energy state allowable, the ground state, and only has one electron. Heavier atomic nuclei, however, like carbon, oxygen, phosphorus, or iron, have more protons in their nuclei, requiring greater numbers of electrons within them. If the larger energy quantum states are all full of electrons, then subsequent electrons must occupy higher energy states, leading to a large electron orbits, and on average, and puffier atoms that occupy greater volumes. The more protons you have at the core of your atom, the more electrons you have orbiting within the outskirts of your atom. The more electrons you have, the greater the number of energy states that must be occupied. And the higher the energy state of the highest energy electrons within your atom, the greater the amount of physical volume your atom must occupy. As long as matter is made up of fermions, it's impenetrable to other objects that are also made up of the same type of fermionic matter. To those of you who thought that the Pauli exclusion principle wasn't such a big deal, remember this. If it weren't for that principle and the fermionic nature of matter, something as simple as sitting in a chair would be physically impossible.
You just fall apart, huh?
Right.
Interesting right there. So that question that was answered, is what? Is it a solid on an atomic level? Was that the initial question, Juju? That the
Is
big
is
question?
is is there solid matter at the atomic level?
Mm-hmm.
That was the
Okay.
question.
All right. Solid matter. So
Solid
solid
or,
matter becomes more
or
nuanced.
right, or solidity.
Hmm.
That would be how they would say it, because it's
Okay.
a state. It's a state.
Hmm. So, okay. So on atomic level, the concept of solid matter, this is important to recognize this. It actually becomes more nuanced and it's quite
Mhm.
different from how we experience solids in everyday life. And we talked about that in the discourse,
Correct.
in the Discord. Very nuanced, okay? But it's different, right, than the way we actually experience solids in everyday life. So table, knock on it, all that. So we thinking that that's not what it is. Okay. So we know that atoms are mostly empty space, right? I think she just kind of talked about that. A tiny, let me read this right here. Has a tiny nucleus at the center. That's
Yes.
photons and neutrons. All right. Clouds, a cloud of electrons surrounding it. All right. This cloud represents the probability region where electrons are likely to be found, not fixed orbits. Okay, y'all know what that means. The size of an atom is largely determined by the electron cloud, which means most of the volume of the solid objects are actually empty. All right, it's important to know that. So if we're trying to figure out what makes a solid, all right, solid. All right, let me pull this up for Juju to read. Here you go, Juju.
Hmm.
All right, let me see if I can.
So let me just say something about the Pauli exclusion
Okay. Yeah,
principle,
go ahead.
right? And basically what that's saying
Mhm.
is that no two electrons sharing the same quantum state and energy can exist at the same place at the same time. And
Mhm.
so that's the force that you feel when electrons get close together. Um, and that principle is why we feel as though things are solid. because two electrons can actually touch each other in principle. You know what I'm saying? So that's I think I asked me to explain more about it, but I think that principle right there is one of the fundamental principles of quantum physics and why we feel those things are solid.
No, it certainly is. Mm-hmm. All right, here you go, Juju. Get that to the Juju, 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 Juju. Juju, 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 Juju. All right, there you go, Juju. You should have it.
Yes, sir.
You should have that, Juju. You got it, Juju?
Just a moment, please.
Yeah, that's a good one. What's up, Gary? We hit that link, Gary.
What makes solid a solid?
Yes.
Okay. So give me just a minute. Let me try to blow this up. Yeah. At the microscopic level, solids are. You can't hear me?
Yeah. No, what makes oh, okay, yeah. What makes a solid? Go ahead.
I was reading it.
I know, go ahead. No, you just do like you always do. You pick up because I read the what makes a solid. I just actually forgot I read it already. You do like you
Yeah,
do.
why repeat it? Right.
Absolutely.
At the microscopic level, solids are defined by fixed volume and shape, atoms or molecules arranged in a repeating stable structure, like in a crystal lattice, strong intermolecular or atomic forces that resist deformation. At the atomic level, this solidity arises from electromagnetic forces between atoms, quantum effect that prevents atoms from passing through each other, the Pauli exclusion
Which
principle,
Limbe just
plus
explained.
electrostatic repulsion. So what feels solid is actually the result of electromagnetic repulsion between electron clouds.
You got to get that right there. It's key word in that. Okay. All right. What actually feels solid is actually a result of the electromagnetic repulsion. There you have it. Between electron clouds. Go ahead to the next point. See, it's starting to shape up a little bit. Now we're dealing with quantum mechanics.
Quantum mechanics and the illusion of solidity. From quantum mechanics standpoints, particles like electrons don't have well-defined positions or boundaries. What we call solid is a statistical probability cloud of particles interacting in structured ways. There is no true rigid boundary. It's all fields and interactions. Scientific summary. So in strict
Hold on, 1 second. 1 second. There is no truly rigid boundaries. It's all fields and interactions. That's important to get that. Okay. So we kind of answering that question a little bit, Juju, about how we perceive matter to be, right? And then the nuance of it in the quantum and the atomic level. All right. So we're actually answering the question. All right. Yeah. Go ahead.
Scientific summary. In a strict atomic and quantum terms, there is no solid matter in the classical sense. Solidity is an emergent property from atomic arrangements, quantum mechanical principles, and electromagnetic interactions. This is why Nobel laureate physicist Richard Feynman once said all matter is mostly empty space, and that we call solid is the effect of invisible forces. That's it.
Yeah, that's a good one. And I think you used the word several times, solidity. Right? You used that several times. But now I think we just have a better understanding. So if you stand there having an all-out argument over whether solid is at the quantum, no, it's not actually that. You're looking at fields and interaction with fields. That's the difference. All right, that's the nuance right there that we got to get. I would like to show you a picture of Richard Fleming. You just get an idea of what he looked like. All right. Let me see. Can I get that? Nobel Prize. Can I make this bigger? Let me see. They're getting them Nobel Prizes. Don't they? Yeah, just coming with a whole new language. The Afro-Asiatic ain't real. You will get a Nobel Prize in science.
That's funny.
You'll definitely get it. You'll definitely get it. You'll definitely get it. Boom, 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 boom. There you go. That's what it looked like. All right, there you have it.
Joel is funny. Said this. He said this topic is over my head. That's a solid statement.
Oh, that was funny right there. No, we actually didn't. We was actually trying to answer the question on whether there was actually a solid at the quantum and the atomic level. All right. And if you're arguing that it is, then you're messing it up because it's not actually that. All right. And we explain the nuance in it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that's your man right there with the principle that Chalembe talked about.
Okay, he swagged out.
Man, he swagged out.
Okay.
Deep plunging consequences of the physics of elementary particles. He won that.
He had a whole bunch of women's too.
Well, he was too busy in them books though. Ain't time for all that.
I don't stop them from having them women's.
He ain't had time for all that. Now, like when can we catch him? Do we got a lecture somewhere? Listen to that. Oh man, 1918.
I mean, he died
in 1988. He might have a lecture somewhere.
He might. Richard P. Feynman.
Summary.
Feynman.
Noretz. All right, there you go. Boom. I think we pretty much put that to rest. And if you can, let's just hit the scientific summary real fast. Juju.
All right. Where was that?
4. Scientific summary. You already got it.
Oh, you want me to read that again?
Yeah, read that again so we can summarize it all up.
Scientific summary. So in strict atomic and quantum terms, there is no solid matter in the classical sense. Solidity is an emergent property from atomic arrangements, quantum mechanical principles, electromagnetic interactions. This is why Nobel laureate physicist Richard Feynman once said, all matter is mostly empty space. And what we call solid is the effect of invisible forces.
There you go. So now we got the answer to the daggone question. Pseudo Killer Army, what's going on? Mr. Gary, how you doing, bro? What it do?
How's it going, everybody?
Hey.
How's it going, man?
Hey, we're in the gang, bro. You want to add something to the nice conversation?
We got Barrick in the building.
Barrick in the building. Secret weapon.
Facts.
Yeah, I was just going to say this is a topic that's kind of hard to, a lot of people want to try to understand certain scientific things, which are not as complicated as this, but I would say this is probably one of the most complicated, hardest, scientific thing to try to discuss and wrap your head around, because if you haven't dealt with it, you have to have high level physics and math and you just have to know certain concepts to even wrap your head around this stuff. And it's very interesting to me because I like stuff like that, but it is not a topic that a lot of people can, talk about. So don't feel bad if, you're trying to understand this and it makes total no sense. That's kind of normal.
With all the scientific topics, ain't it?
Right, but especially this one, I'm just saying, like quantum physics and mechanics, it's very hard stuff, and I just happen to like it. But yeah, but that is true. At that state, at the quantum level, matter isn't solid, and it's kind of what they describe as everything is fuzzy. It's not like in a fixed position, and they even, scientists say that unless you look at it at the quantum level, like it technically doesn't exist until you observe it, and then it's observed, and then it like appears. But unless it's being observed, the electrons are in a certain fixed spot. They can be in two or multiple spots at the same time,
like double slit.
So right, so that's the kind of thing you're trying to wrap your head around, that like something doesn't exist until you look at it. Like that's kind of,
the Zerba effect. It's called the Zerba effect.
Yeah. But it was in the double slit experiment, right?
Right.
Thomas Young, the one that helped decipher the meta-nature, actually wrote a treatise, one of the first treatises on physics. How about that?
Oh, we got to get into that then.
Yeah, you know that Thomas Young and what's the other guy named? Come on, Juju. Thomas Young and what's the other guy that deciphered the meta-nature?
Pauli.
Jean-Paul Young. Yep.
Jean-Paul Young. Oh, you said it French. I said it ghetto. Jean-Paul.
Jean-Paul Young.
Champagne Pauli.
Go ahead, Gary. I'm gonna find Thomas Young. Go ahead.
You got it, Gary. We sorry. No beeping.
What's that? You got them batteries changed?
Did I? Got that lithium up in there.
She got top.
All right. That's good.
Nah, Gary said something. I was like, oh, hell no.
Oh, man. Gary hit him. See, he wouldn't listen to us, Gary.
Oh, whatever.
Somebody said,
like I said, it was just funny. I was sitting there listening on the live, and all of a sudden I keep hearing that chirp in the background. I'm like, seriously?
Not about me.
Oh, man.
Gary sent me a picture of his ladder. Like, girl, go get you one of these. Okay, go ahead, girl. Explain. You got some more explaining to do, don't you? No, not a man.
About what? About explaining about what?
If you had anything else to share about that, or some, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, that was, like I said, pretty much it. It's just that things are solid until you're on that level, and then it's in a state of fuzziness. I guess it's called non-locality. Whereas like the electrons aren't in a fixed position until they're observed, and then they are. And the problem is they're trying to fit the quantum with the macro, and they don't play nice together. So that's the whole, they're trying to work on a theory of everything where the macro world and the micro or the subatomic world like makes sense, and actually like you can explain everything. Because I think gravity is the main thing throwing everything off on the quantum scale. They don't have proof of gravity actually.
Somebody said that.
I mean, it is just a theory, and it makes sense. It makes sense if you apply it, but I don't think it's actually like I think that's the problem with them trying to have a
theory of everything.
A unified theory. I think gravity is the one that's messing it all up.
Yeah, they don't have no quantum representation for gravity. But I just just watched the video on a paper that just came out. I'm gonna put it in the Discord, where they got some experiments coming that may explain quantum gravity. Give me a second. I'm gonna go get it.
Okay, so let's come to Thomas Young real quick. I always felt him to be a very, very interesting person. Here you go, Juju. You want me to send this to you, Juju, or you can read it from the screen?
Either way.
Either way. All right, so since Juju, Mr. Thomas Young here. Most of y'all know him through the decipherment of the meta nature. Now, how serious was this dude?
Super serious. That meta net is
Does
hard enough.
everybody want to always talk about how dumb a person is based off their daggone skin color?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they do it on both sides.
Yeah.
Craziest thing ever. Right? Craziest thing ever. I sent it to you, Juju. So as we look at Thomas Young, called him a polymath.
Oh,
All right.
the genius.
Polymath, Thomas Young. Okay.
Just give me 2
And
minutes.
let's pull that up.
Get it up. It's sending.
Get in black.
Got it.
Yeah, I like him. I like him for the double slit experiment, and I like him for the being able to look at that Rosetta Stone.
Oh yeah. Learning it is hard enough. Deciphering something and him figuring it out that it was, the Rosetta Stone could be a key. I mean, there's other things and ways they use to decipher, but that was an important key point. Where do you want me to start?
Right at the top. We give you
So Thomas Young, FRS, January 13th, 1773. And he died in 1829 on May 10th, was a British polymath who made notable contributions to the field of vision, light, solid mechanics, energy, physiology, language, musical harmony, and Egyptology.
Okay. Now, let's move down to his research. Okay, so I'm going to say this again. He was instrumental in deciphering the meta nature. Okay, and the reason I bring this up, because just because he deciphered the meta nature didn't mean he was able to put in his proper cultural context. And this is where we've been fighting the whole damn time. See, there will be people that will lead you to believe, because you can read the meta nature or even decipher the meta nature, that you will put it in its proper cultural context. That's not the truth. That is misinformation. Okay? I'm going to say this again. Just because you can decipher the meta nature doesn't mean you can put it in its proper cultural context. Just because you can read the glyphs don't mean you put it accurately in the cultural context of 1,500 BCE or 3,500 BCE. It doesn't mean that at all, because we can make the statement. We can all read English here. We can all speak English. We can all read English, right? But if you're not from certain communities, you won't even understand this statement. Man, shorty, she fat to death. Boy, that ride was on fire. When she jumped out the car, boy, she was drop dead gorgeous. Now, if you do not understand the lexicon or the dialect, or let me say this again, if you do not understand the context, right, of African-American vernacular, you'll mess it up. You'll think Shorty was a little short person, right? Now, she was actually 6'1", still called the Shorty, right? And then you thought she died because the car she was in was on fire. Said she was drop dead gorgeous. The car was fire. None of that is what I was saying. So you would have to understand the cultural context of what I was saying. That's the hardest thing to do. That's the hardest thing to do right now, listening to me. And sure as hell is the hardest thing to do, okay? When you're trying to take a language that is dead and put in its proper cultural context. So do not let them trick you. Just because they can read it does not mean they can put it in its proper cultural context of the time. And I think this is important. Y'all need to hold on to that, because that's a nugget for y'all. Whenever they start talking about you can't read it, don't mean you don't know shut. No, bro. That's not the level. The level is put in this called proper cultural context. And we got the video where the expert, okay, in Egyptian language, that was her point. And she made the point of saying, right, and I'm gonna wrap it up right here. He said, we allow, when I teach my class, we are deciphering certain medical texts. And she said, as we decipher these medical texts, everybody, I'm not saying everybody's wrong, but I'm saying is, but I asked them, does that make sense for the time?
Mm-hmm.
Did they have a high level medical care at that time? Obviously not. So your translation would be wrong. Did they have anybody calling them black people at that time? Absolutely not. So your damn translation must be wrong. I'll end it right there. Now back to Thomas Young and his experiment.
Yeah.
TLA ain't reading either.
Yeah, the TLA ain't right. See, it's up for
Gotta
the
go to
reason
Egypt and read it off the walls and impress them. That's what y'all need to impress. They was impressed with Kevin Chill. I'm telling you. So that's all I got to say about that. I just had to add my little.
Go ahead. Go to the his research.
Was it atheist? Because I read the whole passage of religion.
I don't know if you
very interesting though. Y'all should read that. So, wave theory of light. In Young's own judgment, as his many achievements, the most important was to establish the wave theory of light, set out by Christian. I don't know that word. In his
Huygens, Christian Huygens. That's him out.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
In his Treatise of Light in 1690. To do so, he had to overcome the century-old view expressed in the venerable Newton's optics that light is a particle. Nevertheless, in the early 19th century, Young put forth a number of theoretical reasons supporting the wave theory of light, and he developed two enduring demonstrations to support this viewpoint. Demonstration beats conversation. With the ripple tank, he demonstrated the idea of interference in the context of water waves. With Young's interference experiment, the predecessor of the double slit experiment, he demonstrated interference in the context of light as a wave. Young.
Let me share the screen. Hold on. Go ahead. Keep reading. I'm gonna share that.
Yeah. Young speaking on November 24th, 1803, to the Royal Society of London, began his now classic description of the historic experiment. The experiments I am about to relate may be repeated with great ease. Whenever the sun shines, and without any other apparatus than is at hand to everyone. In his subsequent paper, titled Experiments and Calculations Relative to Physical Optics, 1804, Young describes an experiment in which he placed a card measuring approximately 0.85 millimeters in a beam of light from a single opening in a window and observed the fringes of color in the shadow and to the sides of the card. He observed that placing another card in front or behind the narrow strip so as to prevent the light beam from striking one of its edges caused the fringes to disappear. This supported the contention that light is composed of waves. Young performed and analyzed a number of experiments, including interference of light from reflection off nearby pairs of micrometer grooves, from reflections off thin films of soap and oil, and from Newton's rings. He also performed two important diffraction experiments using fibers and long, narrow strips. In his course of lectures on natural philosophy and the mechanical arts in 1807, he gives Grimaldi credit for first observing the fringes in the shadow of an object placed in a beam of light. Within 10 years, much of Young's work was replaced and then extended by Augustin Jean Fresnel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There you go, right there, man. How this is great, man. Right here with this one, yeah, and it falls into what Gary mentioned. Gary, you want to add something on that real quick?
Yeah, I just want to mention that experiment is so special, and like without that experiment, most of what or a lot of what things wouldn't be known without that experiment. That was a very important experiment, that double slit experiment, to figure that out.
Wonder how he did that. Just figured it. That's wow. Yeah, he wrote. I believe him to write the first treatise in modern physics. Let's see. I guess does it say that somewhere right here? I think he did. Overview. I think he did. Did you read that in there? Oh, that's the pattern. Hold on. I could have sworn he. I know he did. Did Thomas Young write the first treatise in modern physics? I think it is. I think it's like the start of. I think it is, Juju. I swear, I think it is. I swear. Thomas Young. Let me look this up because I think he definitely was that. Hey man, big up to everybody. Hit the link, man. Y'all jump on, man. Let me drop the link again. All right. Pseudo Killas, man. Y'all put y'all cash apps in the thing, man. Show some love, man. Show some love to your favorite pseudo killer. Drop the link. Y'all gotta get on, ask some questions, man. Open up the panel. We don't necessarily gotta talk about that. Talk about what you want to talk about, man. Man, appreciate everybody for diving through here. All right. And appreciate your company. And this episode is brought to you by Conscious Ingenuity, building character, confidence, capabilities through STEM. Conscious Ingenuity is a K-8 program that utilizes. Why does it just came out thing? Goodness gracious, that utilizes STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, agriculture, and mathematics to build character, confidence, and capabilities. The program aims to cultivate a generation of STEAM professionals who are rooted in culture, connected to the community, and effective in creating change. Once again, STEAM professionals who are rooted in culture, okay, connected to the community, and effective in creating change. That, my man, is what that is. So I was wondering, oh man, did I put that link in there, Juju? I think I did, right?
What link?
Yeah, I put it in again. Yeah, I joined the panel.
Oh yeah, you dropped the StreamYard link, but they ain't gonna jump on.
They need to. It's okay. Back to Thomas Young here. What was I was trying to figure out? I was under the impression that Thomas Young let me see. Right, the first treatise. Let me see. Could have thought he did.
Gullah, Gideon, did y'all want to add anything while he's looking?
Mm-mm.
Not right now. I'm in the kitchen right now.
Yeah, the party. Tell the truth.
I'm not at the party.
Kind of kitchen you.
50 people in that kitchen.
Hell no. We got there at the island, island resorts.
Yeah, I'm in the kitchen, bro.
Yeah, he doing his thing.
Cooking some jerk chicken.
Yeah.
That's what you cooking for real? Some jerk chicken.
No, I ain't cooking the jerk chicken today.
How about
more like some curry,
Got all that ruckus in the background.
The caddy, Is it looking a little caddy? I said little caddy.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, yes, ma'am. Sorry.
Late. Ella, did you want to add anything?
Nope, it ain't black either.
No. Not right now. I'm chilling right now.
Say something about them Egyptians. Hold on. Let me see. Shit. That's spell that right? I got you. All right, because we right where we want to be at. I'm gonna send this to you, Juju, real quick.
You sure you don't want Wisdom Show to read?
Huh? Who?
Wisdom Show.
What the hell is that? You said the what?
Wisdom Show. I think
Who the hell is that?
They might can read better than me.
Well, who the hell is that though?
Nobody.
Wisdom.
Absolutely nobody.
They in the chat?
A nothing. What is the
Oh, you threw me with that. I don't know. I'm like, who Wisdom Show?
What is the?
Am I tripping?
What are you sending me on Thomas Young?
Oh no, so he did not write the first treatise in physics.
Oh, that's what you. Okay.
Nor is he considered. Okay. Nor is he considered the founder. However, he played a pivotal role in the development, in particular in optics and wave theory. Okay, wow, that answered that question. You ain't got to read all that. The modulus, okay, the optic of human vision, right? The linguistic Egyptology. Huh. Where did I get that from? Oh, no, here's the town of ancient Greeks at Aristotle, really? Okay, Newton. Okay, what's this? Philadelphia, Nucleus, Principia Mathematica. All right. Okay, laying the foundation. So Newton was laid introduced the laws of motion and universal gravity, laying the foundation of classical mechanics. Okay, is Thomas Young the father of modern physics? Not quite. Wow. That's interesting, that Juju.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Oh man. So you ain't got to send it to you. The answer is not no, but hell no. Is he the father of it? Not quite. Okay. The title of father of modern physics usually goes to really?
Go to who? Say
Galileo Galilei, okay, for establishing the scientific method and motion of laws. Isaac Newton for creating classic mechanics, and James Clerk Maxwell for unifying electricity, okay, magnetism and light, and Albert Einstein for relativity and the quantum theory development. Young's contribution were essential to modern physics, especially the optic, but he's not considered the sole father. A couple books: The Rise of Wave Theory of Light, Optical Theory, an experiment in the early 19th century, University of Chicago. All right, 1989. Butchwood. All right. Hilberon. Okay, Physics, The Human Adventure, Rutgers University, and Thomas Young, 1802, on the theory of light and colors. Okay, Philosophical Transactions of the Royal Society of London. There you go. And I throw these scholarly sources in there for you. If you ain't got nothing else better to do, right? Y'all can roll your fingers through it. What's going on, Pseudo Killer? What's up with you, Cedric?
Peace to the panel. Peace, God Killer. Juju.
Yeah.
I see Sheila up here. I see Gideon. I see Gary up here. Who else?
Got Gullah.
What it do?
Gullah.
Yeah, Gullah, yeah.
What to do, Seth?
I'm good. How's everybody doing?
Yeah,
good.
we just was good.
Everybody solid? Everybody solid?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Solid.
And not at the atomic level, though.
I'm not a light being.
We super solid.
I'm not moving to the fifth dimension.
Not at the
No
atomic.
time soon.
Yeah. And there was an example made in that debate that everybody thought was so like groundbreaking because he made a statement that we can't walk through walls, which is not accurate to the debate title because we are not at the atomic level either.
Yeah, that's the same reason you can pick up stuff. You know what I'm saying? Without it,
Right.
The operative word in the whole discussion is emergent property.
It is facts.
Yeah.
Emergent property. Yeah, I agree.
The illusion of solidity based on the bonds, based on the nuclear molecular bonds, which are created by atomic bonds, which are reinforced by quantum bonding. Right? So it's building and building and building up to what we perceive as solid.
Illusion, what we perceive.
Illusion, yeah. But we can't walk through no walls.
Yeah, but we're not at the atomic level either.
No, and we're not going to harmonize on a frequency that allows us to do it either. All this.
That's funny.
See, you got to resonate with the vibrating energy around you. And when you harmonize with the energy, you can move through walls, usually, because those particles are moving, right? They always. I've heard every pseudo claim about the nature of atoms, but people forget within the atoms. Why do the protons that are all positively charged? Why did it stay within the confinements of the nucleus? Because of the neutrons. The neutrons separate those positive charges and allows them to stay in that space without pushing each other out.
I got you. It's like a neutralizer.
Yes.
Stabilizer. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And those electron clouds are all based on the number of protons in the nucleus. So your electron field, right, will move from 2 electrons closest to the nucleus again, and not in a particular place, but we understand now probabilities within a cloud. And the outer layer then has 8, and each layer outside of that has 8. And the amount of electrons are the same as the amount of protons. Now, you might have that you don't have a complete 8 electrons circling that particular atom. So that's now was where you get these bondings because of the charges that develop with the discrepancy between electrons and protons within the nucleus of the atom. But that takes up a space, and that space of that atom is impenetrable.
Mm-hmm. We read that.
So yeah. Oh, I didn't catch part of the show. I was driving. So
we read an article on Big Thing that went through explaining, what that is and how that is about the electrons.
Y'all see, we're not an echo chamber. I just got on, and I'm repeating because we are grounded in the science.
Right.
So
not an echo chamber.
What did Wish McCormick said was, who was arguing that it was? Who was that?
Mel.
No, Mel couldn't have. Mel just did a thing on
he argued the affirmative for the
Yaya was arguing that on an atomic and a subatomic level, what you have is only energy, and that energy isn't of any type of mass or of any type of thing, only energy. And that's wrong because the forces.
He said it wrong, right? Hold on real quick. Let me put this right. So
Mel on the right side. You know what I'm saying? Mel, he team Osiris. He was on the side of science, yeah.
But
hold on. Go ahead, Juju.
I had a question too. What's his name? Yaya? I mean, to win a debate around there, you ain't gotta be correct. You just gotta be able to present and convince the audience. That's how it works around here or out there, whatever, in that not real world.
So however, hold on. So what was he saying then?
He was not prepared for the debate. No kind of way.
Who?
Adam.
Yabra? Who?
The
Yeah,
Yaya.
yeah, the Yaya dude. He couldn't even pronounce. He could pronounce anatomical, but he couldn't even pronounce Adam. He kept saying Adam.
When
Adam and
Adam.
Eve, man. He
When
did
Adam.
the Adam.
Oh yeah, he
He
was
keep
trash.
talking about Adam. He had me confused. Adam.
All right.
What is
So what
Adam?
was he saying? Okay, so we got the affirmative meaning what? Explain that to me.
The affirmative is solid matter exists at the atomic. The negative is solid matter does not exist at the atomic levels.
Okay, so which side was Wishman comment on? Who was on what
The
side?
affirmative. Mel argued that solid matter exists at the atomic level.
Okay, so hold on. All right, so let me share this. All
but
right,
he also,
hold on.
You could explain this better, Cedric. No, because we talked about in the classical sense, he was also pushing back on that. And that's the part I didn't understand.
Oh, here you go in his own words. Here you go, because he talked about the Pauli exclusive principle already. I didn't even know they did the show. Did y'all?
Yeah, I was judged.
I watched it.
No, this not. Oh, that's the debate. This is debate.
Huh?
So this is debate right here. This is the debate y'all was talking about.
No, not that. Is that it?
That's what
not
I'm asking y'all. Are y'all serious right now?
I was sending you the debate, but I don't know what that is.
Okay, here you go. All right, let's share it. Let's do it. Let's see.
If you did you get this off from this is Sean going over the debate.
Yes, I want to hear it in his own word.
Who's Sean? Melvin ain't on here though.
You will get into the wave functions.
Oh.
And the process is in fact filled with these fields, creating what we perceive as solidity. Next page. What a strong concept in modern physics that plays a role in everything from particle interactions to the expansion of the universe. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. We're going to go to the Pauli exclusion principle. There's 3 steps here. Exclusive quantum states. Each electron requires its own unique quantum state. Energy level arrangement. Electrons arranged at hierarchical energy levels. Electron cloud formation. They create the effective volume of atoms. In 1925, Wolfgang Pauli, who's up there in the right-hand corner, said that no 2 electrons can be the exact same state. This rule makes electrons spread out into different energy levels around the nucleus, helping shape the size and structure of atoms. Without this rule, all electrons would crowd in the lowest energy level, atoms wouldn't have structure, and elements wouldn't have different properties. This rule helps explain chemical bonds, and we definitely don't get into those, the periodic table, and why matter seems solid.
You muted if you're speaking, huh? Yeah, that was accurate. Can y'all hear me?
We hear you.
Yeah.
Yo, so I'm privy to the conversation in the back chat, and Yaya was making the claim, the pseudo claim that when you reach to a subatomic level, there's only energy, and that's incorrect, because these electromagnetic forces, all these forces are acting on these particles, right? And we know, for example, electrons, they can't pass through each other. An atom cannot pass through each other. So these are particles, they're physical, they're there, and the forces work on them. Yaya's misinterpretation is that when we get to that level, all we have is electromagnetism. All we have is the forces. They do not, and so he's failing to understand that these forces, they act on something.
Barrick, did you want to respond what you heard from the debate?
I actually haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
Okay. Did you hear the clip that Unc played? Either way, it doesn't matter. I'll get you a chance and we'll revisit that. But neutrinos is at the atomic or quantum level, correct?
Neutrinos are subatomic, yeah.
Yes, yes, they are.
Neutrinos can pass through solids.
Yeah, so like neutrinos, like billions of neutrinos pass through your body like every second. Like there's actually something that's I don't know if there's something I think there's something they're like WIMPs, they're like weak interacting some particles where they're like actually trying to detect those neutrinos. But yes, they're like the smallest of the smallest. I think maybe quarks might be smaller than neutrinos, or I'm not sure, but they're pretty small.
Right. So the question was at the atomic level, no other level, not at the human level. We're not at the atomic level. That's why I kept saying that, some of the examples were faulty. That's why I kept saying that. And in his, go ahead.
The neutrinos are the weak force they interact with is so rare. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? But that's one factor. That's why when you read when we listen to the principle, they always say, in most cases, right? Because there are certain particles that can actually pass through atoms, but not whenever you're talking about in the case of matter. In that sense, matter can't pass through matter. That makes sense.
So
You
matter,
understand what I'm saying?
so if matter can't pass through matter, then then it's solid, or is it giving the illusion of solidity?
I think y'all see my thing froze up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually hear what he said though.
Yeah.
That's why I
Yeah,
said
we heard what
I've
he
been
said.
arguing that, huh?
We heard what he said. He's really just reading off of the principle that we're talking about, Pauli's principle.
Correct.
That's
But he
exactly
said
how you read it. I mean,
he said seems.
Yeah, right. It's a atoms would have structure. It's a wouldn't have structure, and elements wouldn't have different properties. It say this rule helps explain chemical bonds, the periodical table, and why matter seems solid. So he wouldn't be arguing. He wouldn't be. That's why I got a little confused there. He wasn't. Y'all said he was arguing affirmative. He couldn't have been because
Yes,
he
he
would be going
was.
against the principle, huh?
Hey, yes, he was.
But so you get my point though, right?
Yeah.
Now, Gullah, what was you talking about, Gullah?
No, I'm saying Mel was on point. Sure,
How?
What you talking about? He was reading what he was reading off of.
The
Did
Pauli
you hear what he said?
principle.
The principle, bro. The principle says why it seems solid. So you couldn't argue
Oh
for the
yeah,
solid shit.
you were tripping, yeah.
Solidity is an illusion.
yeah, but it's
I
more
just say you
so.
might have made a mistake.
It is an
Go ahead.
emerging property at the atomic
Right.
level.
Right.
It
It's more
cannot.
so his.
Go
Go ahead. I'm
ahead.
sorry, Juju.
No, I'm done. I'm sorry. Chill.
It's it's more so how you interpret the Pauli principle. So you can read
Yeah,
it and read it
yeah.
exactly how it's said. So he read it exactly how it said, but what does he say that means? He could read it and have a different meaning for it. So what was his meaning behind it?
I thought he had a whole debate that it wasn't solid.
And the Pauli
That it
principle
was solid.
isn't the only conclusion on if solidity exists at the atomic level. There's other things that determines that yay or nay. Am I wrong?
Oh man. I'm just going on with it. What you think,
I mean,
Chill?
go ahead.
I wouldn't after reading this, I wouldn't argue that. Yeah, I wouldn't actually argue that. I would have to figure out why would it seem solid. I think we read all the reasons why it seems solid.
Mute, Cedric. You got to echo. You got to mute, Cedric. Thank you.
You feel me? And I think we I think we actually figured out why it would seem that way. All right. We talked about the certain clouds and all that. We talked about all that. Richard Fleming, we talked about him. So at that, it says, yeah, and we read the summary twice, the scientific summary. Said in the strict atomic and quantum terms, there's no solid matter in the classical sense. Solidity is an emergent property from atomic arrangement, quantum mechanic principles, electromagnetic interactions. There you have it. So
Did they
go ahead.
did they bring up electrostatic repulsion? Did they talk about that? How the negative and
Yep.
positive charge repulse each other?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
another reason. That's
that's
the other one.
explained.
Oh, that what they were saying that was solid. What he was saying?
He said he was arguing that it was solid. So
Arguing.
what do you say, Slimmy? Let me hear what you're saying, Slimmy. I get a better.
Can I say this first? When I did the like, what position are you on in the Discord? Of course, Kent, Chilimwe, and Cedric was on the affirmative.
Where you at? Okay, where y'all at now?
Derek, Juju, God Killer are on the negative.
So where we at? Where we at, Cedric?
I misread it. I thought she said,
Oh, okay.
for real.
Are you
And
changing
then
your
I went and
vote?
looked at it. Yeah, I've been switching my vote. When we was in the Discord chat, I said,
So
"Oh,
your
you
vote
said no.
is-
You said on the atomic level, right?" And I
Yes.
went back and read. I said, "Yeah, you right. On the atomic level, it would absolutely be no." So I misread
So
it. That's all. I accept
Chilimwe,
responsibility for that.
God
Okay,
Killer,
no, you good.
Derek.
Cedric, where you at, Cedric? Where you at? Don't.
No, my position was in reference to the debate, right? But I understand it's an
I got you.
illusion,
I
right?
got
Yeah.
Mhm. Right. I get it.
So I understand the illusion of solidity. Yet when people hit you with the argument, yeah, it's not really solid. It's empty space. No, it ain't empty space. That is not.
Man, we changing up.
You see?
I get that from the debate, but you just
Hell no. I don't understand that statement from the debate.
Wait. So, like I said, you got to mute when other people are speaking because your international connection is too funny.
He on the island. He having fun, yo.
Yeah,
lobsters and shit.
But what? So it ain't. There's no malice in my heart for real, but I wasn't convinced or set because I understood very little, but I understood that, that was a weird affirmative from the little bit that I do know. So I wanted to see, and I'm not the smartest person in the room. So I asked the other smarter people in the room and the person who probably is into it the most, I don't know. Y'all all are kind of equally into it. And so we had like a mild discussion because I wanted to get it right, not just because I wanted to be on the side of who was wrong, who was right in the debate. I want to know what are the facts, what is the scientific consensus, and how would that stand if we were in a classroom taking a test and that question was on like, a test. You feel me? How would I position that? So, we're the pseudo killers. So we have to deal with misinformation, and that would be misinformation. Okay. And that's
be a little bit. It just be a little bit off.
This is a little bit off.
I think he can understand it though.
Clean. Mel was clean in that debate was well put together and well organized and very clear.
Almost.
I'm gonna have to watch it. Send it to me so I can watch it tomorrow.
I got you. I send it to you.
What happened to the debate with the other debate with Cedric? What happened, man? What was that? What was that?
He said he got beat up.
That wasn't supposed to be a debate. Back chat conversations, and I hear the brother making some very erroneous, position. I'm like, yeah, he like, you want to have a conversation? I said, like, yeah, let's talk about it. We can talk about it. Let's have a conversation. It's not a debate, right? So so I'm starting off like, where do you stand? What do you stand on? Are you a young Earth creationist, old Earth creationist? Are you a biblical literalist? Is the text saying what it's saying? So based on the text saying what it's saying, this doesn't line up with actual cosmology. And whether God is real or not, this story here is human intuition trying to explain the world around them, how we got here, how all this got here, but from a very earthly perspective, right? I have, and we can see that in the beginning you have the heavens and the earth being created. That's a very a geocentric position to take. The stars and the sun come after the earth is created, yet we have a 24-hour system on the first day. This is clearly someone writing from an earthly perspective and doesn't understand that the sun produces all the light around us. Now you try to shoehorn that with in the beginning, God said, let there be light. You equate that to the Big Bang. That's an erroneous statement.
Is that the guy was saying that? Is
that
he say light is God? Is that the one that say light is God?
No. That's a whole other. So he's trying to equate the statement, God said, let there be light. He's trying to equate that to the Big Bang and the emergence of light, which is the CMB.
When the dude said Earth, the Earth didn't come from the sun or something. He was saying the Earth didn't come from the sun.
So at a certain point, he's trying to make the argument that we know the age of the universe based on our 24-hour system here on Earth. I'm like, no, we measure cosmic time based on light, based on the speed of light. That's a calculation. It is not based on our 24-hour day. Like you can't equate the two, right? And no, it says light, and screaming and screaming. I'm like, no, you cannot make that equation. You cannot equate our 24 hours day to cosmic time, which is measured in light. The speed of light. That's it. No, well, it's so, and I'm just reiterating my point, and he's getting louder and louder, and I just keep reiterating the point. At that point, Wavy decides he needs to mute my mic to create some kind of order. Well, at that point, maybe it's my arrogance. I'm a pseudo killer. You don't mute my mic, I'm out of here. It's just that simple.
But the dude turned around when you left. Dude turned around and putting everybody else out too.
I mean, that didn't happen to me, but when I got on the panel, Big Kimmy was talking all over me. And I was like, how you gonna do the same thing when you was crying about Secret was one? That's weird. Screaming at the top of his lungs, did not live with a mic.
Yeah.
Down, buddy. But that's just because your logic is faulty.
Yeah, that dude was wild. He said the sun ain't the source of the solar system, but was calling it the solar system.
That's the dumbest, craziest. It's space-time in measurement because you use light years, but when you get into like lots of numbers in space-time, it goes into parsecs and like megaparsecs and stuff like that. But it is space-time, right? Distance and time becomes one thing when it's in the universe. That's why I was saying, and this is the other conversation that I had with ChatGPT, because, maybe we can talk about this on the next show. Is time a construct, or was time always here? Does time needs an observer to be time? Does it matter in the universe whether there's time or not? Y'all understand that? Yeah, that was a good conversation I had.
Yeah, I won't be going down that rabbit hole.
Somebody simultaneously. That's what I call it space time.
It's not a rabbit hole, but space time is more of a measurement of distance. It just so happened that distance is incomprehensible. You feel me? To our human existence, that we have to equate the distance with time. You get what I'm saying? So it's one thing. When you talk about the fabric of space-time and the bending of it, Damn, I had it in my head. That would be redshifting and something else. Sorry, I gotta brush up. But yeah. So I had that chat with it because first it was telling me, oh, time exists without human. I'm like, really? How? And then we were just having a back and forth, and ChatGPT was like, okay. So let me da 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 da. Yeah, we was kicking it though. I had a good time with ChatGPT. ChatGPT
And what was your
talking
conclusion?
about,
And what
it
was
was
your conclusion?
it was agreeing with me that time is only a human construct, because I was saying it was trying to say that time will exist without humans or not. I said, well, those would just be things happening or events. Events don't necessarily need a human construct of time to occur. You feel me? Without us to be determining, you know what I'm saying? That is, so many miles away. Like the universe don't need time for nothing. You feel me? And it's not like there was nothing here before, that great expansion. We know this, right? So it's like there would be no need for time. I like it a little bit. I'll show you the chat. I'll send you some of the chat, but it wasn't a deep rabbit hole.
Yeah, because he like finding them but a measurement anyway.
Right. In space, in that universe outside of Earth, time is something different. Come on up here, Anthony, and explain time to us. Maybe I mean,
even Earth is kind of a measurement.
You'll put the StreamYard
from human perspective.
Bobby.
It's a measurement. It's kind of a measurement of human perspective.
Yes.
Hold on, Bella. You'll put the StreamYard link in the chat, please.
I put it in there. Okay.
Again.
I said time on Earth is a measurement itself too, because it's a measurement of human perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Fontaine.
Time, space, time, all that. That was none of that would matter without a human observer. That's still our understanding of natural phenomena in the world, which includes the universe, because it's in a closed system, so it's considered natural. You feel me? Explaining that phenomena, natural phenomena. Right? I said that right.
I think Green makes that connection through entropy. So you might want to look at what he says about. I think he says that humans are tied to entropy, and so we must establish time so that we can comprehend entropy. I think that's what Green says.
Okay.
About that, because his argument is when you pour milk into coffee, you will never assume the opposite, that you could extract the milk from the coffee.
Okay.
And we visibly age, so we experience entropy.
At the atomic level, you could.
Illusion of solidity.
I'm just playing. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, because you got the molecular, like when you're Earth, you know what I'm saying? You inside the molecular clock. Looks like astronauts age, so that when they go, you age a little slower when you out in space.
Yep.
Cause when it was like one of them was an astronaut who was twins, they were twins, and one of them, you know what I'm saying, he was out there in space and he came back with his twin seemed more aged than he was.
Yeah.
Said mute up for a minute.
We'll do that
I ain't
next
understand it. I ain't understand nothing Gullah said. I ain't understand nothing. It was all distorted. I don't know what you
where's
said,
the
Gullah.
new microphone that you? That ain't the new one.
Nah, somebody. Can you hear me now?
It be muffling. I don't know why.
You hear me now? Nah, somebody else thing was going on. Somebody was unmuted or something. But no, I was saying like astronauts when they out in the fabric of space or whatever, they they age slower when they from when they on Earth.
They age slower on Earth.
No, they age slower out in space. You know what I'm saying? It was some twin. I forgot the name of it, but it was some twins And one of them astronaut, one of them when he came back to Earth, his brother was more aged than he is.
There's
I thought it was the other way around though.
Yeah, they age faster in space, not
Right.
slower.
Yeah,
Right.
you got that wrong, Gum.
There's a term. What's that term? What they call that? Barrick.
Time dilation.
I
Yes.
don't. Yeah, and I think it's a Russian. There's a Russian cosmonaut or astronaut. He holds the world's record as traveling into the future. It was only like 0.000000 whatever couple seconds, but he holds the record for being like the most time traveler of the humans. I can't remember his name, but I know he's a Russian astronaut.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
He's been out in space so long and traveling around that he's like technically traveled into the future more than all of us here down on Earth.
Wow.
Because of time dilation.
Time dilation. Mm-hmm.
That's interesting right there.
Well,
Okay,
so
listen. Hey,
to bring it back to the conversation.
listen.
So
Hold on.
I'm sorry, Shay. Give me 1 second. Listen, I appreciate this show. Yeah, but I got to go. Y'all know I done hit my limit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hit your limit.
I just
Limit.
wanted
Appreciate
to
you,
shout
bro.
out Tim
Thank you,
Scott
bro.
who took the time out to get married. I guess he came to the conclusion that he would never become more than a senator unless he go on and get hitched due to
Yeah.
assumptions
Wow.
made by the American public. You know what I mean? Look how happy and excited he is to be married now. It brought out questions because last time he ran for presidency, they thought that he might actually be attracted to men. That's the reason why he wasn't married, and so that became a political weight around his neck. And so he all of a sudden decided to get married, and so we want to make sure we acknowledge such a beautiful move. All right.
God, take that avatar off. Jesus, funny.
Oh, that's the one right there.
Yeah. Boy is booming.
That is funny.
Oh my goodness.
That's hilarious.
Diabolical.
Oh Jesus, that's funny. Thank you, Chilembe. Well, yeah, we'll do it. Time. That'll be the next show. It's time a human construct, or does time even need humans to be time? I'll find something clever. I'll ask my friend ChatGPT. I call it Chat G. G Chat. Let me stop. It's time to go. Bobby Bing got his head down.
Yeah, I ain't. Yep.
Any final words from
Any
the
final
panelists?
words? Yep. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Derek. I appreciate you. Yeah, and I think we might do some shows strictly engaged to quantum physics, trying to understand that better. I know Chilembe has a handle on it. Barrick definitely does, in Cedric. So I think you'll be seeing those more often. We'll probably do those shows a little earlier because Chill does a lot in the community. And yeah, we don't want to take up too much of his time. We want him to keep those community gardens going and all the good stuff that he does to keep, men off the streets and all kind of stuff. So yeah. Appreciate Gullah being on the panel, the God Killer. Thank you. We got to get it back popping over here on Pseudo Killas, get them numbers back up. Gideon, whatever you cooking. Yeah. Yeah.
I came up here to look for some trouble though. We got a title, we got the format, and since we've done that, I ain't seen Lex Vortex nowhere around. Next, we need to talk about a date, brother.
Yeah, we need that debate, Lex.
It's time, Lex.
Rich after.
DNA, intelligently designed or blind evolution, Lex.
That's
Lex, no more running.
Chat G about it right now. See what I get. But I already know, but I'm just I like how Chat G talks back to me. That's all. It's pretty good. But with that said, until next time, we out of here.
We out.
Peace.
Peace, man. Appreciate everybody coming through, man. We doing it like we like to do, man. Shout out to all the sponsors. Appreciate you. I think I got a Cash App in here. Let me shout that out. Appreciate
shout
that.
out to Cash Apps.
Herbert, appreciate you, man. Always in the game, man. Doing what you're supposed to do, man. I appreciate everybody that support the Pseudo Killas, man. Y'all know how we do it around here, man. We doing it like we supposed to do it. Staying on top of the game, man. Gonna make sure we're gonna hit y'all at least once a week over here, man. Like and subscribe, man. Show some love, man. Also support community skeptics, man. Yeah, we got a piece of that interview coming out. If you belong part of the channel, right? Special membership, man. Y'all can get that lecture, that cater lecture. We're gonna have some more people coming through, and y'all know what it is, man. All right, and with that,
What's happening? A well-organized lie.
y'all know that.
A well-organized lie. Defeats a disorganized truth every time. Oh, we.
A pseudo gon' die, they saw a pseudo killer. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. Pseudo gon' die, they saw a pseudo killer. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling. Who do you believe in? People bringing misinformation when that information ain't disinformation. That's disinformation. Gotta know the difference in information. Get information with the pseudo killer army hunting pseudo.
Big up to Joe. Cash App, appreciate you, Joe. Big up to all the people that support us, man. That's behind us. No, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Bro, what a proof of good choo-choo chillin'. Why you wanna go way bad choo-choo up? Shalom boy got the tank in the cut. I'm in Sosa world plotting on the kick though with Kent. Come in Tiffany gave me the pseudo names on the list and said went and got the low. Anthony got him in the scope. Gullah and Gozy make sure DNA ain't a problem for them folks. Cause a pseudo gon' die, they saw a pseudo killer. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. Pseudo gon' die, they saw a pseudo killer. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey.
We're not attacking individuals. We're attacking the information and attacking the methodology. This is long time coming right here. Let them know that we right there, running neck and neck with all other communities. We will not be left behind.
Yeah, whatever, Kent. Get out of here, yo.
Kent just up on the panel.
You tripping. You tripping. We gotta restart the show.
I just got to where I can get to my phone, man.
We got Kickdoor Kent in the building. We are now restarting the show. He just popped up here to act like he was gonna be on the show. Now we're gonna turn the mic over to Kickdoor Low, and now we back.
We cranking it back up, man. Nah,
We cranking it back up. Kickdoor Low.
Let us
You gotta
say
look at look. We got him on the screen. We
What's
got him
going
in
on,
solo
man?
mode. Kickdoor Low. What is it that you like to say to us? We thought we was going off.
I'm about to bring us on into about 1 or 2 in the morning, man. I got it, man. Y'all go on here. Nah,
10 o'clock. No way.
Start bombing on all the pseudos.
nah, I'm gonna be off there early the week, man. We probably crank it back up beginning of the week, Monday,
Okay.
Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that.
Tuesday, Wednesday. I heard.
Yeah.
We definitely got the once a
Only
week.
a human construct.
Say it again.
It's time only a human construct. That's gonna be our next conversation.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good conversation. Yeah, we can get into that. Yeah,
Logic.
we can get into that.
Yeah.
It's an emergent property of universes. It's an emergent. Hey, look, I was just looking at something on that the other day.
Really? You gotta send it.
Yeah, it only exists when things are moving, like the way our universe works, something like that. I'll sharpen it up by the time we talk about it.
Are you backpedaling on it's a solid at the quantum And
man. If
are
y'all
you back on that?
Comic.
No, if y'all just saw the explanation, it said it wasn't the same as what people was think as a solid on a macro level.
Okay, we just want to make sure.
Yeah, it's not. I mean it wasn't the same what the pseudos was saying.
Oh no, I ain't calling. What's we call him? Ain't no pseudo.
Who that?
Mel ain't no pseudo. I won't call him.
I ain't even
but I
see.
was just, they kept saying he was an affirmative. I don't know how he could have been an affirmative when the information clearly say that it's not that.
Yeah, man. We'll
they get that straight.
I'm gonna send you the definition I had on it. That kind of like it told what the difference was between what we see what we think is a solid on a macro level and what it is on a micro level, on that level, atomic level or whatever. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man. We'll get it in.
All right. Okay, man. That's kick door low closing.
Had to get my little 2 cents in real quick. Yeah.
Grand opening, grand closing.
Yep. Already.
Oh man.
Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, man.
Hit that like button, man. Like and subscribe, everybody, man. And with that, we're gonna shout out Tri Media. And with that, we out. Peace.